Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because we're going to unpack one of the most profound, rapid, and frankly, mind-boggling shifts happening in our daily lives right now, the artificial intelligence revolution. And to give you a sense of the stakes right off the bat, get this. A recent study found that workers who use AI are already 40% more productive than those who don't. That's massive. So think of This Explainer as your ultimate survival guide. It's a concrete tutorial for modern employees on how to adapt, thrive, and essentially future-proof your career in an age where algorithms are literally learning to do our jobs. We're going to break down exactly what's happening, why it's happening, and most importantly, how you can use this shift to your massive advantage. Let's get right into it.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the AI job threat.
Before we really get into the weeds of this tutorial, we gotta address the elephant in the room. You know, that pit in your stomach anxiety keeping so many hardworking professionals up at night right now? So I want you to visualize this with me. You wake up on a completely normal Tuesday. You grab your morning coffee, do your usual routine, and you're feeling totally prepared to tackle the day's projects. You sit down at your desk, you pop open your laptop, wait for the screen to glow to life, and pull up your email, fully expecting the usual flood of messages from your boss or your clients. But instead, you discover that your position, your entire role, literally no longer exists. And honestly, here's the truly hard truth to swallow. It's not because your company went bankrupt. It definitely isn't because you were underperforming or made some terrible mistake. It's simply because an artificial intelligence can now step in and do your exact work faster, cheaper, and yeah, I'm gonna say it, better. Now, if that sounds like a plot from a sci-fi movie, I need you to know it is already happening. Copywriters, entry-level coders, and data analysts across multiple industries are already seeing their daily workloads fundamentally shift and in some cases disappear entirely. Which brings us to Section 2, the history of tech revolutions. Okay, let's dive into this. To truly grasp why we're so anxious today, we have to step back and look at the larger picture of human labor. For literally thousands of years, human work was strictly about survival. Farmers growing food, workers building shelters with their bare hands. Every generation looked at their labor and confidently believed their specific jobs were safe. But then, technology always arrives. The Industrial Revolution came along and effectively replaced human and animal muscle with machines. Fast forward and the Digital Revolution arrived, replacing endless mountains of paperwork with computers and spreadsheets. But notice the shift happening today. The AI revolution isn't targeting our physical strength or our filing systems. It's targeting intelligence itself. And that is exactly why this feels so deeply personal and disruptive to us as employees today.
Moving right along to Section 3, the speed of AI.
We seriously need to talk about the shockingly fast pace at which these systems are evolving. I mean, think back just a few short years ago. AI could barely string together a coherent paragraph without sounding like a glitchy robot. Today, it writes full, nuanced articles. It generates hyper-realistic videos from simple text prompts. It designs professional corporate logos, composes original music, and writes complex software code. Oh, and it's astonishingly passing rigorous professional exams, like the bar exam and medical licensing boards. To put that adoption speed into perspective, ChatGPT reached 100 million users in just 2 months. The sheer volume and complexity of tasks it handles is expanding daily, which means the toolkit available to you as an employee is expanding daily too.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core challenge we face. For a human employee to master a high-level skill, let's say learning a new programming language or studying contract law, we're talking years of dedicated study, late nights, and expensive education. An AI model, it processes that exact same information, finds the patterns, and achieves mastery in a matter of seconds. And honestly, the most startling part, it gets better every single time it performs a task.
Let's pivot to Section 4, overcoming the fear. All right, take a deep breath. It is completely 100% natural to feel a sense of dread about mass disruption when machines become smarter than us. But right now you have a choice between two very distinct mindsets. The negative mindset gets totally paralyzed by the fear of unemployment, leading to a stubborn refusal to adapt. But the historical truth is that, while every major tech shift definitely destroys some legacy jobs, it inevitably creates vast numbers of entirely new ones. I mean, the internet didn't just end the encyclopedia business, it created billionaires and entirely new global industries. Smartphones didn't just hurt camera sales, they birthed the app economy. The positive mindset, the one you absolutely must adopt, focuses on becoming the fastest learner in the room so you can capture these unseen new opportunities.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 5, the adaptation advantage.
So the crucial point is this. The winners of the future won't be the strongest. They won't even be the smartest. They'll be the fastest learners. The real danger to your career isn't the AI technology itself. It's your potential refusal to adapt to it. So consider this your rapid-fire tutorial for tomorrow morning at the office. Step 1. Start treating AI as your infinitely capable but maybe slightly literal intern. Don't compete with it, direct it. Step 2. Take the absolute most repetitive, time-consuming part of your job, whether that's summarizing long meeting notes, drafting initial email responses, or organizing spreadsheet data, and intentionally delegate it to an AI tool today. Just play with the prompts, understand where it hallucinates or makes mistakes, and figure out how managing it effectively essentially multiplies your own human output.
And finally, Section 6, a collaborative AI future. Let's move to and see how this builds into an incredibly optimistic, almost utopian vision of what happens when humans and machines truly collaborate. Just imagine a world where human empathy meets raw machine processing power. We're talking about AI doctors instantly diagnosing rare diseases by cross-referencing millions of medical journals, while human doctors provide the crucial bedside manner and care. Think of AI teachers giving perfectly tailored tutoring to every single child. Imagine AI scientists discovering cures for illnesses in months instead of decades. Or AI engineers helping human architects design self-sustaining, zero-waste cities. We are solving massive problems side by side. And on a smaller scale, that's exactly what you're doing when you use AI to draft a quarterly report while you focus your brainpower on the big-picture creative strategy. When you look at it through that collaborative lens, you realize pretty quickly this isn't the end of human usefulness. This could very well be the beginning of humanity's greatest era. The future is absolutely not being written by cold, unfeeling machines. It's being written by the dynamic, curious people who learn how to effectively work with them to elevate our human potential.
The AI revolution isn't some futuristic concept anymore. It has already begun. The era of sitting around asking, will AI change the world, is completely over. It already has. The only question that matters right now, for your career, for your growth, and for our shared future is this: will you be ready when it does? Take what you've learned in this tutorial today, start experimenting with the tools available to you right now, and go out there and build your future. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.